Have you watched this guy? I've been following him for a long time. It's Patrick Wieland, or PW for short. Now, I don't trade the futures. I'm more of a zero DTE options trader. But seriously, whether he's a good trader or a gambler, as some people call him, you got to admit, he's entertaining. And last week, he handed me a free 50K select futures account with Lucid. Why? Because I'm a veteran. So yeah, we're doing this. So next week, I'm stepping into something new. I'm trading futures with the prop firm. And thanks to PW, I'm doing it with the free 50K Lucid Select account. So let's talk about what that means and how Lucid works, and whether this is a smart move for traders like us. So let's talk Lucid. I'm on their website here. Their simple structure is, step one, pass the account. Step two, they move you into the payout account. And the hope is that you could earn enough to get a payout, make your money back, right? So that's the goal. Yeah, they got a couple of more steps here, but 1, 2, that's what I want to get to. So let's kind of look at the flex account. This is the account that they gave me, right? The 50K flex account. If I fail it, yeah, I could reset it for 95 bucks. Maybe I get it lower with code PW. But your target is $3,000, right? So I got to make $3,000. Once I hit $3,000, it stops and I move to that payout account and I start all over with the 50K account. And we'll talk about that once I hit that 3,000. So now I got to hit that 3,000 before I hit that 2,000 in drawdown, right? I can't get lower than 2,000, and that's going to be what, 48,000. If I go below 48,000, that count is blown. It's cooked, right? It's measured by NO day. So it does have a consistency, 50%. But I'll wait until after my first trade, and then we'll start talking about consistency, right? Because you can actually pass this within 2 days, they say. Now, I'm going to plan for something else, and I'm going to talk about my plan here in a minute. But you can trade 4 minis or up to 40 micros now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to trade minis. I think I'm going to stick with micros for now, at least for this first week, right? So that's what you're given. So let's talk about how am I going to reach this $3,000. All right, before I go any further, let me say I'm not a professional stock trader. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything that I say in this video is not considered as financial advice. If you need a financial advisor, go find one. It's not me. All right, so let's talk about the setup. So how do I get set up to do this on come Monday? First thing you need, you got to have PW's channel on, right? In the background, you're doing your trading, but you got to have them on the background. You got to watch PW, or it might be D Money, right? Either or it could be the new guy, Denny Dollars, I think is what they call him, right? So there's 3 guys there, but just having them on the background, it's really entertainment. Sometimes keeps my mind off things, but it also sometimes confirms some of my trades. Sometimes I'll say, you know what, I think I'm going to get into a trade, and if I hear D Money say, yeah, it's not a time to do shorts, I might stop. Sometimes that has helped me, that has saved me sometimes. And so make sure you got their channel up and running. But let's talk about how I'm going to actually trade this 50K select account, right? So I'm not going to reinvent anything. I'm sticking with my same 3 pattern setup. That is simply the equal highs, equal lows, and the pin bars. And that's what I've been doing with my zero DTE option trades, and has been working for me. So I'm going to try to do this for futures, see if it'll work. Now, I think I'm going to start off small. I'm going to do roughly anywhere between 1 and 5, probably 5 micros every trade. And that's just it. Yeah, I'm not jumping in to try to trade the full size E or NQ accounts. I will trade NQ contracts. Um, I'm not trying to swing for the fences. I just want to get a feel for the flow, for the speed, for the volatility, and do that without blowing my account that first day. If I can do that, then I'll be good. So let's talk about my stop strategy, and this is where you might be surprised, but I'm not setting a hard stop, right? I'm not setting a hard profit, right? I'm using mental stops and mental profits roughly at the low of the previous candle, or the 1 minute candle, and I trade in the 1 minute, right? That's where if it breaks and it continues down, I'll get out. I leave very little room because I believe that once I get into a trade, it's got to go. If it doesn't go, then I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, then I need to get out as soon as possible because I can always get back into the trade. And that's how I trade zero DTE. I read the candles and, I read the momentum, understand it, and then I react. Now, futures, from what I see, kind of moves fast, but the structure is still the same chart, trading that 1 minute candlesticks. So if the previous candles lows are broken, then it's real simple. I'm out. No drama. Look for that next trade, the next pattern. So that's the plan. I'm gonna try to make hit this $3,000 before the week's out. So if you think about it, 5 days, I gotta make at least $600 every day. Make $600 every day. I'll hit my consistency without a problem. And I could go next week into the payout accounts, right? And try to get a payout. So looking to do this within 1 week. I'm going to trade 5 micros, just that. There's my stop. No, it's all mental stops, mental profits. I mean, if the market keeps going, then I'm going to keep following it until it comes back and it breaks the previous 1 minute candlestick. Nothing fancy there. And I'm starting on Monday. Now, if you got questions about my trades, I do have a website, or I do have a YouTube channel. It's Trade with Chandler. If you're wondering about my setups, I got about 80 videos in there that I talk about the equal high, equal low, pin bar setups. Take a gander. A lot of trades in there. A lot of golden nuggets in there that might help you out. So check it out. And once I start trading on Monday, I'll do my closures on this channel. So if you want to follow along, hey, subscribe, and then come back and see how I did. Maybe I'll blow this account up within this 1 week, and I was like, yeah, the futures are not for me, and I'll go back to trading zero DTE. But either way, we're gonna do this. Thanks again to PW for giving me this opportunity, giving me this free account. Obviously, veteran. Pat loves veterans, and we love Pat. Smart trader. He's building a team of professionals over there. Man, I got to hand it to him. He's living the good life. All right, so this is Trade with Chandler. Subscribe. We'll see you on Monday.
I'm only here for the party.